Alright Sonic fans, something huge might have just been confirmed. Recent leaks and insider posts are hinting at a brand new character joining the Sonic movie universe, and this time, it could actually be Silver the Hedgehog. From the mysterious new casting details to concept art that lines up a little bit too perfectly from the previous video, everything is pointing towards Silver's arrival in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. And when you connect this to the recent talks with Schwartz, the voice actor of movie Sonic, with Jeff Fowler about the next movie's outline, and an interview from Jeff Fowler himself, things start to make a lot of sense. So today I want to dive deep into why fans believe that Silver is already in development, and how he fits perfectly into the Frontiers 2 timeline and the movie 4 and movie 5 universes, respectively. And also make sure to like and subscribe, obviously, if you like me as a person, because that's fully up to you. I'm going to leave that down to you. Anyway, I kind of want to go into a couple of comments that actually were able to make me realize this, and there's a lot of really good points that we missed. So I want to dive deep into this, because even though they're comments, they are incredibly helpful. So I just want to say, everyone who's left these comments, thank you so much. These are actually extremely helpful to actually pin down Silver, because I haven't really spoken about Silver on this channel. So let's see what we can pick out. So on my channel here, Owen Young said, I'm hoping that with the bigger budget and producer Tim Miller is saying that Sonic 4 is more animated and it will get most of the movie in other planets. So obviously this lines up with the whole concept art idea, and also just the way that they were ditching the original plot for Sonic 3. So yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot more of an animated and more diverse universe with the Sonic cast, and also just because of the fact that the information I want to show off just in a second, which explores the idea of time travel and the exploration of more Sonic characters. And also, this is a really cool plot idea from the Delta guy, who said, wait a minute, I have a strong speculation that in the movie, Metal Sonic, or rather Metal Sonics, are from the bad future sent by Eggman there for some nefarious purpose. Now, this actually could be true, because we already know that Eggman is supposed to be the bad guy, and I do believe that he should have some sort of presence within time travel or something, because he is a mad scientist and a genius, and from a lot of the Sonic games, we have actually seen the influence of time travel, so there's no doubt in my mind that that will be the focal point of Sonic Movie 4, and especially just because of the way that Jeff Fowler has actually elicited the idea of time travel, and Daniel RPK, which I will get onto in literally a second, but this is some really cool information going on here. But before we get into that, I just want to discuss 5 things that should be apparent for Sonic Movie 4. Now firstly, Amy and Metal Sonic should be voiced by Lisa Ortiz and Ben Schwartz, or Ryan Drummond, which would be very cool. Rouge the Bat, Crim the Rabbit, and Big the Cat, and E123 Omega should be in Sonic 4. I think that would be really awesome to see, especially, like, I think it's unlikely for Omega, but if we were even able to see Rouge the Bat, that would be super awesome, but I really doubt it. But then also Dark having an influence, and the locations of Sonic 4 being Station Square, Spagonia, Seaside Hill, and Royal Canyon, Little Planet, and Eggman Land. Eggman Land would work perfectly for the role of Jim Carrey and his illicit energy and the fire of it inside of him, so I think that would work perfectly. I want to know what you guys would think of Eggman Land in Sonic Movie 4. And we always want to see Metal Sonic in his Neo form, and Super Neo and Metal Overlord in the final battle, and I think that would be really awesome to be able to see this with the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emerald. And obviously, because this movie is centered around Metal Sonic, we have to hear his theme tune, What I'm Made Of. We have to hear this, and hearing like songs like This Machine, Follow Me, and Sonic Boom would all be perfect, and being able to see that kind of like inspiration from Sonic CD would be really awesome. And also being able to see Black Doom in the post-credits for Sonic 4 would be extremely awesome. Now some of these ideas were expressed by Florian, who was someone who watched my previous video on Sonic 4, so yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you for that, because that is actually a really awesome pitch, and I want to know what you guys think of that, but we're going to get into some actual real substance just now. So people will call this far-fetched, but I actually do believe this to be very true, considering the way that we've seen the implementation of Amy using Maddie's top, how Maddie's top was pink. I can't exactly source that, but I do remember that. So if you guys remember when Maddie was wearing a pink top, but in the Knuckles mini-series, Maddie was wearing a white sports cap and a cyan hoodie, so it reflects perfectly the complex of Silver and his potential entrance into the scene, but that's not all we're going to go off of. But one of the episodes in the Knuckles mini-series was the Flames of Disaster, which caused Iblis to be canon in the Sonic movie universe, which is really awesome, because I never would expect such a professional company to go back to a game that was so benevolently hated, but that's really awesome to see. They also teased Blaze in Sonic 3 by having Maddie wear a lavender shirt when she was standing in the hospital room with Tom on the bed. And also Jeff Fowler did explain some explicit details which are really awesome, which we're going to get into in a bit over like an actual video. Also in 2024, they put on a message online saying they have big plans for Silver, so there's enough visual and vocal hints that there's a psychic hedgehog that is already confirmed to be getting included in the Sonic movie universe, and when the time comes, comes, it'll be really awesome to see exactly what they've got in store, and maybe we can see Peter Capella, the one from Sonic 06, come back to voice Silver. I think that would be really awesome, especially because of the way how Colleen was able to get her acting role as Tails, so like it wasn't a celebrity, which is really awesome, and I'm genuinely really proud that she was able to get that role, so that's amazing. But here are some screenshots from Sonic movie updates explaining that Jeff Fowler is considering Silver to appear in the future Sonic movies. Maybe if he appears one day, we might see him use Meteor Smash in a scene similar to the scrapped concept art, so they probably want to save these scrapped ideas for a concept art for future movies. And JD Frank said it's based on City Escape. Silver the Hedgehog won't be in Sonic 4 because it's based on Sonic CD and Heroes, and both games where Silver doesn't exist, so it's a no-win situation for everyone. Amy and Metal Sonic fans will like that, plus Silver is too important. They should save him for Sonic 5 or 6 because of Sonic 06. Now, I do believe that Silver will make a post-credits cameo in Sonic 4, so I do believe he will be essentially in Sonic 4, but I do believe he will definitely be there for Sonic 5, or even if they were to do a spin-off solo movie involving Silver. He's too much of an important character for them just to miss out, and especially because of the way that Paramount don't exactly follow the canon, but they do take a lot of Easter eggs from it, like exactly how the Sonic 3 wasn't an innate just picture by picture from Sonic Adventure 2, so it's really important to note out that Paramount won't do everything as we expect, because obviously we'd be able to find out everything at that point, and it would just destroy a lot of the originality that Paramount could put their own twist on things. And also, here's some more further confirmation for that, as Jeff Fowler is on Amy and Metal Sonic, saying that there is discussions about the characters' roles that are currently ongoing, so that is pretty much confirmed that those will be the focal characters in Sonic 4. We already know this, but I just want to let everything out the window about how Silver will be in the post-credits for Sonic 4, and then Sonic 5 will introduce Silver as the main antagonist. And also, Sonic 4 are reportedly featuring time travel elements by two sources by Hollywood Handle, and also in theaters March 19th, 2027, by Daniel RPK, and the Sonic Stadium actually saying that there will have time travel elements in Sonic 4, and that there is no further details given. However, based on the fact that Amy is from Sonic CD, I do highly and strongly suggest the idea that time travel pretty much is confirmed, and I just don't see how they won't do that, because they've got to top it somehow, and especially with the influence of the Master and Chaos Emeralds, there is definitely going to be an essence of time travel. And also here we have an interview, it's about 12 seconds from a clip, and I want to kind of show off exactly what Jeff Fowler said about the future of Silver and his potential for the future Sonic movies, and this is really exciting to hear, so just listen out. And also, before I play this, I just want to say that Silver really couldn't be, like, there really couldn't be anyone else that they could add for Sonic 5, so I think Silver is the most popular character out of all of the characters that they could potentially add for a fifth film.
Thank you so much for your time, and I've got to tell you real quick, my daughter said she needs Silver next, so that's what she wants.
There's a lot of Silver fans out there. She's not alone.
All right, thank you
Tell her
so much.
we'll take it into consideration for sure.
Yeah, so that is a very cool clip, pretty much expressing that they have plans for Silver, and there will be some sort of intake towards it, especially because of the amount of fan interpretation and like the massive upheaval of Silver fans. Yeah, there's definitely going to be something cooking at Paramount, and especially because they listen to the fans, and pretty much remember when they redesigned Sonic? Yeah, Paramount knows every time they listen, they gain success, so it's pretty obvious that I do strongly suggest that they will have some sort of influence for Silver. And also, speaking of Silver, I think it'll be really cool to see Hayden Christensen as Silver, so let me know what you guys think of that. And here are two more sources saying that Sonic 3 will be a hit, and then Paramount will reportedly make a Shadow spin-off movie, so that'll be really cool to see the interpretation of Shadow. And then also Paramount reportedly having really big plans for Silver, so Silver could make a potential appearance in Sonic 4, and then Sonic 5, I'm pretty much... It's gonna happen, guys. There's no way I don't see Silver not appearing in Sonic 5. And this is a really cool render that was actually made in the Sonic 2006 by Blur Studio, and this studio would eventually go on to work on the Sonic movies, including Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, obviously. But look at this design for Silver. I think that's what that kind of like mesh design that they would use for Silver for the Sonic movie 5, and also the post-credits scene for Sonic 4. So let me know what you think of all this information, and do you think we're going to be getting Silver in Sonic 5? I strongly think everything points to yes, and the amount of fans that we've got for Silver, yeah, there's no way that they just won't not have Silver in the Sonic universe. It's pretty much, at this point, it really stems down to whether you believe that Paramount actually looked into the games, and everything points to yes. I mean, they looked at Sonic Adventure 2, they looked at Sonic 2, and they also looked at Sonic 06 and just a bunch of other Sonic games, and also the Sonic movie updates does propel information about Sonic X Shadow Generations, so they are very well versed and connected with the actual games. They're not just separate and thinking that Sonic only exists in the classic verse. No, they are fully aware of Sonic's presence in the gaming community, so yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Silver will not be included. He will be entering the movie universe, my movie 5. So make sure to like and subscribe. Check out these two videos here. They're obviously like pretty informational, especially the one on the left, which kind of explores the whole ideas surrounding Sonic movie 4, and also there's another video here on the right that kind of expresses the potential of Sonic Frontiers 2 cutscene animation. So yeah, let me know what you think of that, and have an amazing day. Genuinely, guys, have a great day, and I mean that.